I think it's really critical that you understand that everybody wants to grow their business, and we all go through different phases. When you can start to get a 10 times, 10x, 20x return for the same activity, your business changes overnight. And there's no reason why anybody here can't do it. And it doesn't matter what it is, but you do have to change your mindset. Your mindset can't be, well, I want people to use my services to take care of their parents, but you haven't added the value by teaching me something I need to know about it. What happens at these hospitals or what happens in these locations to my parents if I'm not aware of it, or if I'm not aware of my other choices are. You gotta engage me emotionally. It isn't just a mental tactic, it's really caring enough about your client to enter their world and have the feeling and compassion, and you don't just know this stuff, you feel this stuff. Here's chunking. Here's what's happening to many of you in life. This is your to-do list of life. Oh my God, I gotta do this. And what happens? Your brain goes, you go into overwhelm. Because you have all these things and the brain has a difficult time taking all these individual items. But what if you could come along and you could say, this one and 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 this one, these all relate to how I can increase the number of customers that I get from the same amount of activity.
If you want to become successful, you're going to have to make sure that you're doing things that are going to be viewed as crazy to those around you. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be challenging for you to do, but it's going to seem absolutely insane for those around you and the people looking outside looking in. Because when you're trying to become successful, there's so many different things that you can do and there's so many different pathways that you can go down that make you feel like you are becoming successful, and that's a great thing to learn. But there's so many different ways to go about one task that not everybody can do the same thing the same way. If you're trying to run $1 million company, you're not going to do it the exact same way as other people who run $1 million companies. You're going to do it in what you deem the best way to get it done. So many people think that's just a cookie cutter method to every single thing out there when it comes to success, when in actuality there's no set way to do anything. There's so many things that have never been done before that people are doing every single day. And that's what makes those individuals successful, by doing their own thing, by putting their own personality and their own images into whatever it is that they're striving to do and making it their own thing, new, unique, and different. So when you're trying to do something, to do it the best way, do it your way. Don't do it the way that everybody else has done it. Do it the way that you want to get it done and the best way that you can get it done in order to make yourself successful and strive in the moment of everything that you have done.
In between us, we've spent our lives figuring out how to extract knowledge. There is a power that can change anybody's life, and you know what it is because you've used it, or you wouldn't be watching a little video like this right now. And that's the power of self-education. Instead of getting a standard education where someone teaches because they've taught to teach and what to say, it's learning from someone who's done it, someone who's produced results greater than anybody else in their category. And there's so many people that have that kind of knowledge locked inside their head. And so for me, I got that education. It was a power that took me literally from a kid in Azusa, California, struggling to survive with no role models of how to succeed or change or make anything work, working as a janitor, to the opportunity to serve millions of people around the world for the last 40 plus years. And all that has come because of this knowledge base of learning how to extract knowledge from the smartest people out there. So what Dean and I have been working on for 8 months is putting together a program that can show anyone, I don't care who you are, I don't care. It's such a charged subject, that people tie it into spirituality, good, bad. And I think the first thing you have to do is you got to get yourself in the game. You got to understand complex, and frankly, the financial industry makes it complex. When a person with experience, as we all know, matches a person with money, the person with experience ends up with your money. So a lot of very financially astute people are not great investors. To be a great investor, you have to be able to make decisions without perfect knowledge. In your business, you have a lot of knowledge. You can make those decisions. You're in control. Not so much so on the investment side. So the first step is not to wait till you have a huge sum of money, because the illusion is, when I have more money, then I'll invest, then it'll be worthwhile. The most important thing is get started with whatever you have, because if you do that, you get to tap into the power of compounding we all know about, but very few people use. Where focus goes, energy flows. You must control your focus. You do it with questions. If you ask the same questions as everyone else, you end up with the same answers. So, how did Bill Gates change his economic world? He was a software designer who didn't say, how do I make better software? He asked, and caught everyone else to ask, how do we become the intelligence that controls all computers worldwide? How do we become the intelligence that controls all computers worldwide? Now, when that's your outcome, do you end up with a different to-do list than if your outcome is to build the best software, yes or no? That's why he's one of the richest men on earth. Change a question, change your life. When it comes to planning your life, I want to get you to learn to ask 3 questions now. And the first one is not, what am I going to do? And how many understand why now? Say I. The question you want to ask yourself is, what do I want? What's my outcome? What's my result? The word RPM, the first one, is to get you focused on the target. The target is not the activity. The activity can change. It's what's the result I'm after. If you know exactly what it is you really want, what you desire, what you're really after, clarity is power. The more clear you are and specifically what you want, the faster your brain can get you there. But if you're generally saying things like, what do I want? Well, I want more money. Fine, here's $1, get out of here.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section down below.